Yo, it's American Fork. Turn it. What?
Welcome to the American Fork Podcast. This podcast format is where we talk and then you listen, and the points don't count.
And you like it.
That's right. That about sums it up. So basically, we're going to record a podcast, and then you people at home listen. And whether you agree with us, disagree with us, or if you just think we're awesome, you should send us an email. That email is info@americanforked.com. That's American Fork, ED, americanforked.com.
Yeah, we've actually been having an argument whether we have like 7 listeners, which would just be us, or if we have like 27, which would be us plus like all of our moms.
Well,
So,
and also, if you start the podcast, you really should just, and you hate it, just put on mute and let it play.
yeah, just let it play
Yeah.
through, people,
Like,
so we can get those counted.
None of
right?
us care what the fuck you're doing with your day. Just
Yeah.
let it play.
Right. And also, disagreeing with us is wrong.
Well,
It's the wrong answer.
Here's the thing. We kind of disagree. We're deciding whether we have 3 listeners or 3,000. Because
Yeah.
Phil says we have like 3,000 listeners and
30,000.
30,000, sorry. And then-
300,000.
Okay, 300,000. And then Devin thinks we have 3. So we know it's somewhere in between those numbers, but we're not really sure. So what you should do is email us at info@americanfork.com. And if you actually send me your address, we're going to mail something to you, and it'll be fun.
Jeff will personally create a hand-drawn gift card to Macy's from him.
Can we edit that out?
Store?
Because I'm not going to do it.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought the email address
him
was
to it.
no reply at americanfork.com. Is it not? Have I been emailing the wrong one?
Those are the ones we send to you.
Not
right?
a real website.
All right, let's get on with it. So I'm going to go micro news. This is what I call it. This is literally news that I pulled off the American Fork website, okay? Here's the number one thing that's happening in American Fork right now, and I'm sure any residents of that can testify. So garbage and recycling information and schedule. You guys, basically, Trent, they're changing the garbage schedule at American Fork. This is a real story. Don't
Talked about this 2 episodes ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We talked about how they're not on the same day, but they're going to be on the same day.
We didn't talk about it on the
Soon.
podcast,
Whoa,
though.
I
was
don't
right
remember
before.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That wasn't on the podcast.
Listen, you almost
Cut
gave me
it
a
out.
heart
It was when
attack there.
Jake did all the micro news at that time, I think. But
I
it
don't
was 2
know.
episodes
Well, that
ago.
was like
Anyway.
17 podcasts ago.
Here's the
Yeah,
bottom line.
so
I'm going to
many.
explain it to Trent like it's basketball because I think that I have an analogy that might work because Trent's sporty. They're playing
Wait, Trent
zone
plays
now.
basketball?
No.
Trent.
No, he doesn't.
No.
No, there's no basketball person in this group right now.
Beagle.
Have I played? No. Watch basketball? Yeah, watch basketball.
He's into it. I think he's
Yeah.
into playing it.
He knows more about basketball than I do.
That's like saying, hey, you know the millionaire in the group? It's Beagle. Because he reads about millionaires, you fucking retard. He doesn't play basketball.
But you listen to
I don't
ESPN
think that's
too.
the same thing.
It's the exact same thing. He does not. Have you seen him touch a basketball?
I have. And,
Yeah.
and dribble it and
No.
shoot it into a
I only
basket.
watch ESPN.
You're the last
Ocho.
person I want to like sum up his skills.
Whatever. I'm a pro
Throw
now.
it in the touchdown.
Yeah,
hole.
exactly.
I feel like we're getting away from the point, which is that the
Garbage
garbage
day.
pickup in American Fork is getting switched to one-on-one to basically zone. They're going to play zone now. They're picking up recycle and trash on the same day. So there you go. There's
You don't even live in American Fork. Why do you even care? What
This
is? What are you running for council?
Hey, hi,
No,
welcome.
keep going, Jeff. Keep going, Jeff. I think I'm the only one who actually lives in American Fork still, so I need to hear this.
I live a block away from you. Literally walked to your house
Right.
before.
They walk
Yeah,
by
I
your
know.
house and
You were
don't
talking
knock
about
all
moving,
the
though.
time.
Well, listen. Okay, this is for bulk.
And like half our parents live there. So
Because of this switchover, we now have to go 3.5 weeks without recycling getting picked
Oh
up.
my
oh, my
I'm
wife
so
would go
upset.
insane.
I'm
Wow.
so
Sucks.
upset about
That
it.
actually sucks.
Like picking up my recycling out of the recycling bin and walking over and putting it in the garbage can.
Oh my
actually
gosh.
Why don't you just
hurts
drive
me.
it to an address that can pick it up?
I don't care enough to do that. Obviously.
My recycling comes every single week, and I'll pull it out of spite and put it into my normal trash can.
Wow.
I
you
put
pay
all,
for recycling and then choose to not recycle.
100%, yes, of
That's
course.
smart.
I
Yeah.
do the same. I intentionally put everything in the garbage because one time when I lived in Boston, I watched the garbage truck come by and pick up the garbage and dump it in, and then pick up the recycling and dump it in, and do it on every single
So because you
Can
saw that
go
one
around.
time,
Yeah.
you stopped recycling.
It's all going to the same place. They're just pandering to you.
I don't even think. I think that dude was just you, future life.
Probably.
Just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just taking all of them.
All right, we're gonna make it a stab at this. Okay, there's a million voices here. 1 million. I just counted them. So we're gonna start with Trent. To the left, I got Trent. Hello, Trent.
Microphone left of you, yes.
Mike left. Stage that way.
I'm also Mike left of Trent.
Mike is
You're
straight.
the mic on the right and the left.
Mike is starboard stage.
Mike is starboard stage, straight ahead of me. Say hello, Mike.
Hello, Jeff.
Say this is what my voice sounds like.
This is my voice. I don't sound like Howard.
Why don't you just talk instead of
No.
back
Phil
here,
sounds like Howard.
Why don't you just talk?
I sound
don't-
like Howard.
I am
Who is
talking.
that guy anyway?
Why is it in the back of your throat?
Okay.
That's how I talk.
Okay. Now next to Mike.
how I-
Next
that's
to
how I
Mike.
talk.
Next to Mike, we've got Phil. You guys are like herding cats, actually. In fact, I'd rather have a couple pussies in front of me and try and herd them.
It's COVID. COVID ruined my voice.
Hey, Mike, we're here. You're getting lost in Trent's eyes. Okay, Phil is next to him.
I'm Phil.
Phil's behind the golden microphone.
I'm the one that is always like way on point and makes the best arguments.
That's okay. And then virtually we've got Bolt. Bolt's got his headset like he's playing Fortnite, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, see that? That's devotion. We've also got our blinding correspondent, Tyler. Say hello, Tyler. Yep, that's what his voice sounds like. It's so sexy. Okay, and then virtually we've also got Jake, and now he's going to unmute his microphone. And you're going to hear all 12 of his children in the background. Is that right?
Did he find another one in the couch cushions?
Oh, good.
See you later,
I'm
Jake.
surprised he didn't unmute it and then walk away.
This is the quietest his kids have been all night.
Or just drop his laptop in the bathtub.
No,
Leave.
he's plugging the toaster in next to the bathtub right now so he can get in with it.
He is unmuted, by the way.
What's up?
That's not a joke.
Okay, then to my right we've got Devin. Hello, Devin.
Thank
Hello?
you.
Hello. Why don't you recite a poem for us so we know what your voice sounds like? Do you know a haiku?
Yeah. The pretty butterflies.
I don't even think he's on his microphone right now.
That's a good
walked
start.
away.
Mike's actually checking your syllables right now.
That's not a haiku.
What is a haiku, Mike?
Isn't it 353?
Definition.
It's any poem that ends with refrigerator, which is 7 syllables. No, 5 syllables. Refrigerator. 5 syllables. My bad. My bad.
Pass me some food. I need eat. Refrigerator. That was a haiku.
Haiku.
Thank you. You're welcome. Last but not least, actually probably least because I cannot keep control of any of these guys, is me, Jeff.
What up,
Okay.
Jeff?
So we're gonna go on. I've got another news story about American Fork, but it's way too emotional for everyone to talk about. Another story from American Fork, so we're gonna move on. Then we're gonna go to Utah news.
Wait,
Okay?
you can't just throw it
No.
out there like it's emotional.
No, I just did.
Is there another
wanna hear
Karen?
about
I just did. It's like, what's going on?
I just did it.
We hear it.
Just give us the quick version. We'll edit this out. Phil wants to do more edits.
Okay.
I love editing.
Okay.
Give us the quick version.
Literally, it's a stupid story, but here it is. Since you begged me for
You said
it,
it was too emotional, not stupid.
I know it. No, I'm saying the topic of American Fork is far too emotional.
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
guys just
Let's hear
went
it then.
off the cliff.
Yeah, let's go.
Like lemmings.
Yes, wrap it up.
So there was a survey done of American Fork people. I don't know if either one of you did it, but I thought it was pretty interesting. What was the most important things this coming year for American Fork? Number
Steel
one,
days.
no, number one was ensuring a safe community. I was like, really? That's the number one concern.
How do you ensure that?
I don't know. More police.
With guns.
Oh,
More guns.
I thought it was like liability insurance.
That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, American Fork's one of the safest places I know about. The next one is managing growth. I get that one.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people moving in.
There's way too many like density housing.
Yeah, the third one is improving and repairing the roads. They said this is the first year that improving and repairing the roads hasn't been number one.
Well, American Fork is notorious for fucking up a perfectly good road.
Yeah. They install potholes.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a thing that they like wanted to do this bond for and everyone voted it down? So it's like the roads are still not being
No,
fixed.
they're like one of the only cities that still has like their own road crew, and the road crew still like doesn't know how to drive a truck.
Yeah.
Is it still
This is
that?
why I didn't
I
want
don't
to bring up this story. I knew you guys would start arguing again. This is a problem. I do want to mention though that on the top like 1, 2, 3, 4, but basically the top 8 problems, fiber internet is up there, which is kind of interesting. I think that's cool.
Well,
So-
it's because they were the first one with that cheetah back
Yeah.
when, so now they got
Air
super
switch.
spoiled.
They have it built
AF
in. Yeah.
Connect.
Air Switch is the company, and then they went under, and American Fork bought it, and it hasn't been upgraded since.
Yeah, and apparently it sucks.
It's-
really bad. And
But it was
it's
lightning
overpriced.
back when, right?
Oh yeah,
I guess, yeah.
Heck yeah. I
So
downloaded
used it
so
for
much.
business internet, and it was awesome.
I downloaded.
Oh, yeah?
I
But-
downloaded so much off LimeWire. Listen, I came across this. This is now moving on to Utah. It's away from the micro news of silly little American Fork. Now we're going on to Utah news. Okay, have you guys ever heard of a non-lethal weapon called a Ebola wrap? Okay,
No.
Utah has started to use them, and I'm just going to show you this video. We can edit this out if we want. There's probably an ad right here. It's a freaking Batman.
That's awesome.
This is
I've seen this before. Yeah.
Turn that up a little.
That's
Trent.
really awesome.
Also, who walks like that?
criminals getting away.
If you're trying to get away and you have to do that to them,
Don't you remember-
you're fucking lazy.
Don't you remember making those with Tinker Toys on the end, like the Tinker Toy
Look
wheels?
at, no, but
and
look at
throwing
how
them your-
close their feet are, like 6-inch steps.
Yeah.
That's not a real
I
step.
want to see a running one. I want to see a running one.
Right.
Yeah.
You walk like that when
intentionally-
you have to poop or you have already pooped in
That's
your
how I
pants.
run 5Ks.
They're intentionally holding their legs closed to make it work.
No, that's how
So,
Mike
Oh,
someone
he's shouting
really
around his
describe
arms,
what we're
too.
seeing.
So basically,
There's one.
You
There goes.
don't, you don't run like
it
that
worked.
either. You don't run like that either.
Okay, whoa.
Okay.
People don't know what we're
so
watching.
basically, what we're watching here is Batman's tool. It's a Ebola wrap. You can YouTube this, but basically, they're shooting a freaking what is it? Ebola? It is actually
Ebola.
called
That's
Ebola.
what it's called, is Ebola.
But it's basically a string with two weights on the end, and it goes through and wraps around their legs or wraps around their arms and holds them still, like you're catching a kangaroo in
Like you're
freaking Australia.
Boba Fett.
Also, how much crime in Utah do we even care? Like they're just buying shit now.
we just want to make sure they don't get
Yeah.
away.
You know we have like a prison and like criminals, right?
Yeah, they ship in from somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
We have no problem here.
But listen, here's
okay.
what I'm saying: is that
All
Ebola wrap?
is well
Ebola wrap is going to be
in
a
Utah.
What's happened in your life that's
They're
wrong?
sending
Mike.
crime.
Quit talking over people. I know that sounds really gay of me to just point out, but shut up.
Wow.
That was me.
Wow, super gay? How gay? How gay is that?
Oh, sorry.
No, but really, how gay should that be if you're
Well,
talking over someone?
Because
He
it's
was like
stupid that I
a
had.
fan saying like, yeah.
It's funny because Tyler is offended by that. I didn't even hear it. I understand. No, I totally
You're not very
understand.
sensitive, Trent.
I mean, yeah.
Either is
obviously,
Jeff.
but-
Apparently, I'm not either. That's all right.
Do I need to snap when I'm talking over people? I agree with Tyler.
That's a gay way to do it. So just next
Can
time
you
talk
only
over
be
someone.
gay if you snap?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Well, I
Wait,
didn't
so
know
back
that.
to the bowler wrap. So are they saying they're going to replace it as like a way, what's
No,
the point of?
as a non-lethal
They're
way
just
of
trying
stopping
it out right now. It's in trial phases, so to see if they want to carry it and use it in law enforcement. Honestly, I think it's redundant. They have tasers. I don't know how this is something different than tasers. I think it's a non-lethal.
Well, like Trent was saying, if you're actually running, is it effective? And two, how they did an immediate cut after each of these guys get wrapped up. Did they just spread their legs out and it falls off and they just
They're a
keep
little
rolling?
bit different from tasers because they don't electrocute you.
That's true.
What was
Like,
the snapping?
This
I was
completely.
talking over.
He was being
sorry.
gay.
Okay, sorry. I really didn't get that. But none of them in a full sprint. Like if you're in a full sprint, it's going to catch an ankle, and you're going to continue on your full sprint.
I don't think it's effective. I think they just need to get Australians here to just throw the real thing at the.
We need to call Bolo Wrap and see if they'll send us a sample.
I
Also,
would
if
love
it-
that.
What
If
if they
it
put
was-
those poison jellyfish on the ends of it from Australia
Such a good idea.
that immediately cause the most excruciating pain?
Did you
You're
write?
right.
Did
You're
you
right.
write an email to Spencer Cox already
Yeah, let's do
about
it.
this?
I think if it is effective, though, they're going to get a lot of lawsuits about it.
Wait.
Like if someone's in a full sprint and you
Broken
wrap their
knees.
legs up and they're going to fall straight on
Yeah.
their face and break their teeth,
But
like people are going to start suing the cops. I think it's dumb.
Would you rather have a Bolo Wrap
I think
or
it's
be
dumb.
shot
I'm just
or
saying,
tased? Like
that's
I'd
what's
rather
gonna
fall.
So according,
you're
according to this
probably not
web,
wrong. But this isn't California.
according to my Google search, these bowler wraps have hooks in them like fish hooks.
Yeah, they're crazy.
So they hook
hook
you.
into your skin?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Under your
Or hook-
clothes, I think
or
is the
into your
idea.
Clothes. Yeah, they're
Like
like,
poison
actual grappling
jellyfish.
hooks.
Yeah,
Which is fine if it grabs both feet. If it grabs only one, it's not fine.
I think the hooks should have feces on the end, like an old time war.
I think they should have grenades, so as soon as it catches
Tetanus
you, it blows your
immediately.
feet off.
They could call it the tetanus line.
Tetanus
They should
immediately.
have- they should
We're
have
not going to
COVID,
catch you.
actual
You're going to
COVID.
get away, but in a year, you'll be dead.
Unless you get vaccinated.
Every day we check the hospital for who comes in with lockjaw. If you're in with lockjaw, you're getting a visit
Right.
from
So
the
they're made out of a
sheriff.
Kevlar cord, so
if you-
you can't cut them, apparently.
Yeah, if you get lockjaw, you're
If
getting
you have
locked up.
time to get bolo wrapped and then cut your shit off before the cops get there, it's probably Phil's dad
Tyler.
chasing you from his wheelchair, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Why is my
We
dad in a
like them,
wheelchair?
Jeff. Let's order some.
I think it's fun. We should test them. That should be our first on
no,
site.
I made these out of Tinker Toys and shoelaces when I was little.
Can you bring one next time for
Yeah.
show and tell?
I
All right.
can.
Did you put the poisonous
And I threw
jellyfish
them
on them?
And I threw them at my brothers. You can like go like that, and it. What show did I learn that from as a kid?
Batman.
Was
Yeah,
that it?
probably Batman. That's awesome.
Ninja
Ninja
Turtles.
Turtles.
Probably Ninja Turtles.
Okay, next on the
Thank you, Whispering Spirit.
next on the
God?
Which Ninja Turtle?
that was the Holy Ghost. Okay, next up on the Utah phase, we've got Sundance Film Festival. Did anyone notice that Sundance Film Festival even happened this year?
It's over.
I didn't think
I'm
it
raising
did
my
happen.
hand.
I thought it went all virtual.
Well, let me tell you.
I didn't know.
That's what the story is about. So
Okay.
basically, they went to an online platform. So basically, Sundance Film Festival broke records in virtual. Here's what that meant for Park City. So Park City is an online screening and in person in 20 different locations across the country, led to record Sundance Film Festival attendance. But
Yeah, but it's-
Utah didn't get affected by it at all. It's usually a huge deal here.
as far as like money pumped into the state, for sure, it's a huge amount of money.
I thought
Last
that-
year, 2020, $177 million straight into Utah. And now, I guess not much.
I thought they were ending the Sundance Film Festival.
No.
No?
No? I had read that a little while ago.
So
they were going to move out of Utah.
Robert Redford sold Sundance, so that's probably where that rumor came from.
Yeah,
so.
maybe.
Yeah, but Sundance now has nothing to do with Sundance Film Festival, like as
Yeah,
far as the
no, that's-
location that he sold. Yeah,
that's
so
true.
he sold the ski resort and everything. But
Oh, so the festival's not in Sundance.
no, it's in Parks. Well, there I do believe that there is something that's like loosely over there, but 99% of it's Park City.
Oh,
And
okay.
They do a bunch in Salt Lake now, too.
Yeah, there's
And they've
Yeah,
been doing that
Spider-Man,
for a
yeah,
long time.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that there's outlaws, and maybe Mike knows the answer to this. The Sundance Kid, and he had a hideout where the Sundance Lodge is. Do you know anything about that?
That's incorrect.
It's incorrect?
No,
I
he
was
hid
so
out
wishing.
in a canyon down
south.
Southern
Pike,
Utah, yeah.
Robert's Roost is what it's
Robert
called.
Roost, exactly.
That's the only place he hid.
Ever.
The only one,
He
yeah.
died in there.
I didn't know if he just
That's
had
the
one.
famous one in Utah.
That's
Right,
just
right.
like that's where they lived for a long time. It's Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Well, we need to go on a backpacking trip wherever loot might be.
No, it's called Robert's Roost. We need to go there for sure.
Let's go.
Loot might be. I think a lot of people have looked for that.
I go there every 7 months.
Okay, well, and look for treasure.
Why 7?
I don't know.
All right, we're
He
gonna touch.
lives in like oh, look at dog. Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Oh,
but-
so cute.
Hey, buddy.
Am I doing this right now? I only
Yeah.
speak when I'm called on.
Yes.
No, you also can speak. Just pay attention to who else is
Like
speaking.
how
When you start speaking, make sure everyone else is stopped first. That's
Okay.
what we all need to practice.
Right. In fact, maybe put two
Okay,
hands
thank
up.
you.
Yeah.
Good job, Mike. All right, we're going to go on to national news. I'm just going to touch on this for 2 seconds because I guarantee this will be like an hour and a half long discussion. National news, there's two basically huge things that happen. One's Trump's impeachment. Massive. We're going to go back to that, though, okay? The other thing, too, was the Super Bowl. Did everyone watch the Super
Yes.
Bowl?
I did not.
Okay, all I have to say about it is amongst all the cardboard cutouts, Tom Brady is a GOAT, right?
What's a goat?
Greatest of all time. It's an acronym.
also an animal.
Tom Brady
Can
plays
we-
for
Can we take 2 seconds? Hold on.
the Patriots.
He did, yes, but now he's with Tampa Bay. But it was the worst Super Bowl
It sucked.
to watch. It was terrible.
They're all
What
terrible.
makes them
No.
bad? What makes it bad?
There's just nothing
Well, I mean,
exciting.
yeah, there was nothing like the Chiefs only kicked 3 field goals. Like they had no good offense. They were terrible on defense.
It sounds
It
like
wasn't
all
good.
football. Like the best game ever was like they kicked 4 field goals, and you're like, oh man.
I believe you're talking about soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're super
that's not-
confused.
That's
Yeah.
not football.
So I had to think the Chiefs, is that a football team?
The chefs.
While you were telling me about this.
Right.
But only for like 2 seconds. And then I remembered.
No, I know. it's because you like stupid things. That's the biggest problem.
Well, the most
mean,
top.
Trent.
There's
It's not
two.
mean. It's accurate. It can be mean and accurate, but
I didn't
if it's
say
accurate, it
I
doesn't.
didn't say it's not accurate. I said it's mean.
I agree with Devin.
Wait, who even won?
Why would you?
Okay, there's two main things that came out of Super Bowl. One, Tom Brady is a GOAT. And the second thing is did you see all the cardboard cutouts of people in the stadiums?
Yeah.
That was freaking ridiculous. Because of COVID, non-football watchers, they put legitimately like thousands and thousands of cardboard cutouts of just people
Yeah, but they've been doing
watching
this
the
all year
game.
long.
Haven't they been doing that all year
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all sorts
In
of
every
sporting
sport.
I have not
arenas?
watched one game of football until Sunday.
And were some of them like soggy from the rain?
Actually, it was
it's
really
all-
well done
Yeah.
because
Oh, really?
I started off like, "Oh, this is a full stadium. I can't believe Florida did that. That's awesome."
No, but
Yeah.
of any state, Florida would do it. Like,
But then it wasn't true. It was just
no, but I
cardboard.
went to the World Series this year. Like, I flew to Dallas, went to the World Series. It was the shit. There was no lines to get in. They allowed like 15,000 fans in. You could walk right to the front of the beer line. It was awesome.
That's what they say about
need to do
Disneyland,
every
Florida
single-
right now.
Ooh.
Get on
Epcot.
every line. Get
Sounds
through
awesome.
every line right away.
It sounds great.
Never wait.
Besides, you're in Disneyland. Like,
Yeah, that
unless
sounds
you're
terrible.
Unless you're Tyler Weigo.
That sounds
because
so
you have
crappy.
children and it's awesome.
Yeah,
Disneyland is
Let's
awesome.
go back to the pro-abortion thing. They can take care of themselves later.
Okay, but here's how long until we
It's
see
true.
those cardboard cutouts on eBay or something like that being sold?
Like the exact ones you think.
I bet
Yeah,
they
like
will.
this is from
They're
Super
probably
Bowl,
already there.
whatever.
No, but
I bet they're
believe
already
that
on
they-
there.
I believe that I don't know about the Super Bowl, but I know early in like the ML in baseball, they were doing like if you bought yours, it was like $130 or whatever.
Right.
You'd buy a cardboard cutout of you, or you could pay for somebody else. And then they were,
No.
yeah, and then they
Really?
were giving like money to charity and stuff like that.
That's actually pretty funny.
So that's what they were. I don't know if that's the case still, but I know a lot of places that's what they were doing at the start of this.
How were the commercials? Were they
Weren't
also
they
done?
doing?
The commercials were terrible. No hot chicks. And everything was just like a feel-good story. No, like this is the worst time to be a hot girl. Worst time. You have no work.
I don't
It was all like a
understand.
feel-good
I don't
story.
understand either.
No, all the Super Bowl
Explain
commercials.
that. Why is
all
this the
Super
worst
Bowl
time to be a
commercials-
hot girl?
Because Super Bowl commercials back then were like every commercial had a hot girl. Like
Hang on.
chips,
Is the only work hot girls can get?
the only work we care about. Yeah.
Oh,
It's Super Bowl commercials.
Yes.
That makes my
Exclusively.
heart sad. that you
We
said
only
that.
we're specifically talking about Super Bowl commercials.
But you said in general, this is the worst time to be a hot girl.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
plus Trent has a girlfriend. It sucks to be a hot girl right now.
Oh,
Hi, Kylie.
she's
Wait.
not real.
I met her today.
No.
She's
No, you
super
didn't.
nice.
Yeah. Well, Mike would drive to my house. His car won't make it, but he would come and visit her.
Last time we talked about how much my car was,
It's
and it
about
was
to be more.
$3,500.
It's about to
We're
be
going
more.
to tack
I
another
just want to say for the
on top
record,
of
just
that.
for the
Right.
record here, Kylie is made up.
Yep.
Thank you,
you
Tyler.
guys, she's just as real as earthquakes.
I thought
I'm
Phil was
kidding,
going
I'm
to say
kidding.
the
Again,
female
for the
orgasm.
The
record-
difference is Trent doesn't get as turned on as Phil does.
Again, just saying for the
True.
record, Kylie is actually pretty awesome.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait,
she is.
Hypothetically,
Which record are we
right?
taking
Not
as truth?
real.
We love her
They're pretty
already.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, she puts up a Trent. I mean, there's only
She is amazing. We established that. No, but I do have a segment called "What's Your Favorite Dinosaur," which is just the fluffy questions, right? That's what I'm calling it from now on.
Ouch.
No, it's great. I actually love it.
I thought that was great.
I think
thought
it's
it was a good
awesome.
question.
But here's a crazy thing. I don't know if anyone's heard anything about this. So Google right now is threatening Australia to cut them off from the search engines.
Why?
Because I'm about to tell you. Are you ready?
But why?
So the threat came about because Australia's law is that the Google would have to pay the local reporters for their news stories to put onto Google, basically. And the whole point is that Google is making money off of these stories from Australia. So, for example, last year Google made $4.8 billion from Australia and paid $56 million in taxes. But the way that things are set up, they're supposed to be paying these news agencies for their stories, right? But they're not. So the prime minister is like holding his line. And it's crazy because in Australia, it's like 96% of people use Google for their search engine. And like the rest of them use like Duck, Ask Jeeves or whatever.
Bing.
Duck, Bing.
Duck, duck, bing.
But it's like a huge portion, right? So this is a serious threat. But the prime minister just flat out said, we don't respond to threats because Google's saying we're going to shut you off, and prime minister's like, great, we don't respond to that.
Yeah.
It's the same as like Amazon. Like anything that shuts down brick and mortar that like takes away from the actual population. Like none of these companies put back into your local market. No,
Right.
Like, Google, Amazon, like all of them take away from it.
Yeah. Well, this is how shallow I was on it. Is I'm like, oh wow, of course Google's a massive thing globally. It's not just in the United States and Canada and in Australia. It's like this is a huge place. It's a huge problem everywhere, and everyone has their own beef with these big companies. But
So doesn't Google even have Google in China, and it's like Chinese censored Google?
I have no idea, Mikey.
Yes. So Google is in China, and they do run it through the red firewall. I think that's what it's actually called. By
The red
people
firewall?
that don't live
Is that
in
like
China.
a firewall on its period?
Wow.
I only cut. I don't know.
That was a bad joke.
It's
I
not.
know.
It's not really.
I work with a few developers from China, and they have to VPN in to get to Google products. They can't
Wow.
just directly go.
Okay, so I might be totally wrong.
Well, and that's as of I haven't like asked questions about it for maybe a year or something, but
Ask Jeeves, Phil. Ask Jeeves.
I already told her Google.
Is Ask Jeeves still like?
In 2010, searching via all Google search sites, including Google Mobile, was moved from mainland China to Hong Kong.
Oh,
So I don't think it actually is in
Great Firewall. So
the Great Firewall.
and not the red firewall.
Is that the Great Wall of China thing I keep hearing about?
That's different.
Oh, it's different.
So Google's share in China is 1.7%. So it's extremely low, actually.
yeah, they use whatever Baidu or what's their
Baidu.
What's that
Baidu,
super rich
their
guy that
search
just
engine.
like went away in
Big
China
Brother?
recently? He like had this company that was coming out. We should just edit this out. I don't know the fucking name or anything, but like
No, there
you're
was
thinking,
like
you're
a
thinking of the guy in charge of Alibaba.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly
that's
it.
it.
Yeah. He's still just like not around, right?
I think he's back now.
Jack Ma, I think is
He's
his name.
Chinese.
I think his first name is Prince Ali Fabulous He. Last name Ali Ababa.
That's not even close to the same thing, but I see where you're going
That's
with
a
this.
different
Disney's so
consonants,
stupid
right?
for adults.
That's a topic that I was going to bring up
That
in
dude.
another week.
We missed that guy.
We missed.
Jack Ma.
That guy looks like his
Hey.
face is on a filter and it just got shrunk down like massively on Snapchat or something.
Is this guy the founder of Alibaba?
Or the
Apparently.
Chinese business
He had
magnate,
this new
co-founder of Alibaba.
He had this new banking app that was going to come out, or what, like some sort of weird platform like that. But he, like the week before, kind of went rogue and started talking shit on the Chinese government, and then the Chinese government pulled like the plug on everything with it.
What are they saying the cause of death was?
No, he's still alive.
Oh, I thought he's died.
No,
And
he's
by
missing.
and by
Oh, he's
talking crap
missing.
on him, he really was like, China has been so great 99.9% of my life.
They
And
should-
then his family was gone. the
I don't
next
believe
day.
that's accurate at all. Actually,
I think it wasn't like a big, like serious thing. We can find out.
They should
no, it
check
was
Sweden.
He went after like that same dude that you guys were all pissed about the other week. He like went after him a little bit.
Jesus?
Do they have Jesus in China?
I don't, probably.
I don't think so.
He's like the world's savior. So
No.
China's in the world.
So yeah, he
China
did.
is
He
in the world.
did criticize China's regulator banks in a speech
I don't know what that means.
back in a time. So you're right. It wasn't
Right.
so simple. But,
Regulator banks.
Right.
but kind of like us saying like Bank of America should be better, and then
It's
like
for
we
sure
disappear.
not like that. No.
Listen,
It's way
exactly
more
like
than
that.
no.
I don't understand
Exactly.
half this stuff, honestly, but I will tell you that regarding China, the U.S. sent a second super aircraft carrier to the South China Sea, basically being jerks like we are. There's already one super aircraft there. We sent another one, and then they were running joint exercises. This is just this week, and super pissed off China. They were not very happy about it.
Which makes sense because we would be pissed if all of a sudden one was like off the coast of.
If they're in the Gulf of Mexico or something,
We wouldn't be happy about it either.
No, totally. But the one good thing I was like, okay, I mean, maybe I'm really shallow and I don't understand something about presidents and stuff, but I was like, well, at least Biden's still being tough on China. To me, that's cool. And I don't think that he would have done that.
It's cool. He hasn't dropped any of Trump's not sanctions. What's that
Tariffs?
word? Tariffs.
On China.
Yeah.
See, that's
So far.
I like that about him. I try to find one thing a day that I like about him.
I on this note, I worked with some guys years ago that like honestly didn't believe when I told them China was making islands out there.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, they're literally taking ships of sand out and pouring it in the ocean. They're like, they like could not fathom that. They're
They
like,
are.
that's you
Was
made
that
that up.
China or was that? I thought that was like
India
Saudi
did.
Arabia or
Yeah.
something. Like
They
some
do, but
sort
that's like touristy.
And
China's
that's,
doing it.
and that's like
I don't know why
building
China's
out-
doing
Dubai does that
So
too.
Boston, the financial district of Boston is actually all built as well. But this is like they're going out in the middle of the ocean and just dumping sand and
what's the
making an
pro-
island.
But what's the problem? Why are
Well, why people would say it's a problem? Yeah, can you see me wave my hands? I have to make.
No, I thought it was your
sorry,
hooves.
sorry.
Flipping us off right now.
So whenever you build an island, you have to plant something on it too. So then you're colonizing it technically. So then you as a country own that island, and then you also own all the sea around it for, I can't remember how far it is. I think it's 7 miles around it. So they're also creating a way for them to be able to just own shipping lanes that they
That's
currently
amazing.
don't.
I am delighted that you're sitting in the parking lot and you're like just spouting off island politics, international island politics.
And
I am
our
an
secret
island
spirit
unto
confirmed
myself.
what you were saying.
I love this a lot.
I think
What's the possibility of us making an island at Utah Lake? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you just need to like
7 miles.
throw
us
a dirt
right here?
clod.
Yeah.
0.
Zero?
Well, if we had enough canoes,
Nope.
though.
So
Yes, if we had enough canoes, so 0.
So
they've
we go out there.
they've actually proposed that. There's been a
have,
company
yeah.
that has proposed it where they plan on building an island, dredging out Utah Lake, and basically building
That
2
actually
different land bridges across.
That would
So-
be so
Have you
awesome.
seen
Yeah.
the images of what they're
It's
proposing?
It's like football
Yes.
stadiums, housing.
I mean, it's like skyscrapers. It's like
Seriously.
huge buildings.
Yeah.
wait in the middle of the lake.
right in the middle of
Yep.
Utah Lake, and I'm
They
like,
want
wow,
to-
how many
yeah, they-
like millionaires and billionaires do you think Utah has that we can build
Residential
skyscrapers?
or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, residential skyscrapers in the middle of Utah
What?
Lake
Yeah.
on a
Hit the Google
man-made
machine.
island.
Go.
no, but here's the thing: is they're going to put a temple in there, and so everyone will
Oh,
flock to it.
actually, that makes
Yeah.
complete sense. Yeah, yeah. Actually, don't even Google it, Phil. I believe it now. There's so much
No,
fucking
it's
money
gonna-
with those
but I
assholes.
Googled
Okay,
Utah
time
Lake
out.
refurbish
No, we're
project.
going to read what Phil Googled. What is what is refurbage?
Change refurbish
Only-
it to island.
Let's just collect
What were you trying to spell?
refurbish.
You only missed one letter.
I don't even know why we want that word. Change it to island.
Welcome to Utah Lake Restoration
There's like a
Project.
J, a
No,
K,
island.
a Y.
Yes.
This is it.
No, that's a mountain.
No, this is
Bolte says it's it. See,
Oh.
there's a lake. Just
That's just a
imagine
reflection
buildings
of the lake.
there.
This is not it.
That's a buoy.
Well, if you keep going down, like they actually show their plan to build an island that's in the shape of delicate arch.
No,
This website is not it though.
no, they're
Yeah,
playing
hang on.
ukuleles on it.
What you're saying is right, Bolt. Just this website's wrong.
Yeah.
Go up to the island.
Why do we keep letting
Use-
Phil drive this?
Use the word island, please.
I don't want to do it.
It's so entertaining.
Oh my god.
It's
This could
entertaining
be
if
a
you're
project.
watching. I don't think
Lake,
listening to it
Island.
is.
It's like
Rich
watching
people.
a literal monkey.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's read this one. Utah Lake Islamad Rich Lopi.
Lopal.
Rich Lethal.
Oh my god.
Click that, Phil, right now. This is Duck Duck Bing.
There you
there
go.
it is.
That first picture. That's
Found
it. That's it. Yeah.
I love that they still put the seagull in.
Like
Just
seriously.
in case you were wondering.
This is a
Is
football
that
stadium.
Dubai?
But like, how many people do they think are in Utah with this much money that want to live on an island in Utah Lake?
That will be.
Well, if Utah Lake's freaking dope now. Wait, the spirit
It's-
is saying something.
Wow.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
going to be lots of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
yeah,
for
no
sure.
kidding.
but if you have that much money there, they will do plenty of they'll do plenty
Terraforming.
So as I understand this company, what they wanted is they said, we're going to come in, we're going to dredge up all the crap out of the lake and clean it
And
up
use
super
it to build
nice.
these islands.
We're
Right.
going to build the islands, but we own the islands. Like,
Yeah.
so, and everyone was like, no way, we're not letting you do
Here's
that.
the funny thing. I
So-
think it's a Chinese company.
Oh,
I'm
is
not
it?
joking. I really think it is a Chinese-owned company.
So do they own the shipping lanes of Utah Lake then?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Between Jordan River and the Great Salt Lake, they will own that whole shipping lane. All the homeless people that
all
live
the
on it.
meth.
Yeah,
one
all
of
the
those,
meth.
one of
New
those
China,
towers there
right
is
in the
for all the
middle.
New
missiles.
China. That's
What
great.
is what is that fucking hiss every goddamn 3 seconds on the fucking iPad? Yes, what is that? Jake, turn your shit off.
It's
I
Bolter.
muted
I
Jake.
just muted myself.
No.
I've been mute for like the past.
It's just
couple
like
days.
It's Bolter's jacket.
Can we point out on this picture there's a
I'll mute
stadium in that bottom right?
A what?
There's a what?
Is that a stadium?
Yeah, this is a football stadium.
Which I think is supposed to be like a
It looks
Full
like a
NFL.
looks like a coliseum.
No,
Yeah, well, that's what I heard.
Obviously,
I thought it was supposed to be a UVU
What?
football stadium. Like UVU will get a football team.
Oh
and they
yeah,
have a
let's put it
stadium
next
out
to
there.
a 23-floor skyscraper.
I mean, it's right by the school.
We'll have
Is
the
this
owl. We'll
just
have the owls play there.
The new UVU campus.
Yeah, this is the new Utah Valley State College campus.
Looks
no.
dumb.
I want to go to there.
Okay, there's one other thing that I found from London, which I think is kind of Mike's neck of the woods about 3 generations ago or so.
Just one.
Just 1 generation ago. Okay. I didn't realize this, but London has like a massive COVID lockdown. Did you guys know about this?
yes.
It like to the point where
Yeah.
if you are found like congregating, like right now, the cops like they're encouraging people to call on each other. The cops could come in and fine us 200 pounds. Mike, financial translation.
That's
It's like double or something.
That's me, and then plus 50 pounds would be me. So
You and then plus 50 pounds.
No,
Of,
the
I
money.
said that wrong.
No,
yeah.
the money.
So you should have said pounds sterling then.
Oh, I'm sorry. So let me ask you that again. If you were charged
1.38.
200 pounds sterling, Michelle, how much would that be?
One-
That's
1.38.
like $276.
yeah.
Like 276.84 is what I came up with, so I think we're about right. But that's a lot of money. That'd be, I mean, everyone would get fined here, except maybe Phil because he lives here. So that's 2,
No,
4,
I think
6,
Phil would
8,
get
10.
fined more for hosting it.
Oh no, we're invading.
Wait, so we get fined for having this podcast?
Yes.
If we were in London, yeah.
Okay.
It was so sad. I
Also-
saw body cam footage of them breaking up like showers, like baby showers and birthday parties, and like just handing out tickets. And
Baby
It
showers are
sucks.
horrible.
I know I would actually rather pay the
Without
fine.
warrants. That's why they still have a freaking queen, idiots.
I don't know if the queen has much to do with it.
I don't
No,
think
But
so
they have
either.
one, so they're
Yeah.
idiots.
we have a queen too. Queen Harris.
Yeah.
Was that edgy?
No.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't get it. Oh, Kamala. I'm like, I don't follow fucking shit about that.
Let's keep the last names out of here.
Yeah, let's do. And listen, as painful as that was, that's my news segment. Ding
Oh,
dong
that
dong.
wasn't bad. I liked it.
But it took him 2 hours to start it.
Yeah, it
him?
did.
I have some news.
It did
Oh.
take you that long.
Oh,
to-
Mike's pregnant again.
Oh, Mikey, you got some news.
9 days ago, the largest pickleball stadium in, I think, the country opened
Where
in Orem.
What is this pickleball thing?
have you not played, Phil?
I haven't. It's like so popular
Table
around here.
tennis.
But
It's
that you
fun,
can
but I don't
stand on.
understand the
Like tennis.
It's one of the
popularity.
largest growing sports.
I know.
But it's
It
table
is
tennis that
fun.
you can stand on.
like tennis.
No, it's
It
like
is tennis. It's
like
midget
smaller
tennis.
tennis.
It's
yeah.
like
Or, no, it's table tennis. It's fucking
it's like tennis for
there's
people
no,
with bad
there's
knees.
no table, but yeah, it's
that you
smaller
can stand
tennis.
on. It could be on a table. You could stand on it.
There's
Be a
no
dick
table.
about it.
This brings up a
I've
pretty.
never seen anybody standing on a table, but I
I
get
have a
your
video
point.
of Bear standing on my table. I'll show you right now.
Playing pickleball?
I have a question.
No, just
This brings
drunk.
up the most important question about this whole thing. What's your favorite pickled item? Mine's asparagus.
Mine's pickles.
You just like regular pickles.
Yeah, pickles.
Eggs.
Pickled eggs?
Pickled eggs are so good.
Pickled
and I
eggs aren't
had
bad.
one
I think
at
we.
Wallabies, and it was terrible. But that's not very good illustration of what I'm trying to say. Don't have them
It's
at Wallabies.
terrible. So your favorite thing at this certain place is awful.
It's terrible.
Green olives with blue cheese inside.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We need to have a big
Gross.
pickled jar here. We can
No.
just pickle
In
things.
general, do you guys like pickled items?
I love them.
Yeah.
I don't.
I like pickles.
I
and
didn't
pickled
used to,
eggs.
but recently, like I've hated olives my whole life, but in the last 6 months, every time I go to the store, I buy green olives.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
I love that story.
Thanks, guys. I'm here all night.
Thought on
More where
pickled
that came
items.
from.
I love pickled items.
What's the
pickles
wei-
in general?
what's the
Dill
weirdest-
pickles, for sure?
What's the weirdest pickled item you've ever eaten?
Eggs.
Yeah.
Like, I know that Mike says I don't like them, but they're weird. I just don't like the texture.
Do
love
Native Americans pickle things?
Great question.
I think they jerky things.
Whoa.
No, that's a gay reference.
I think
Do
Native
they
Americans
pickle
do
things?
all the same things regular people do.
Yes, that is true.
No, stop. You know what the fuck I'm saying. Don't be a dick.
Wow, Trent, don't sound so racist.
You know what I meant to say.
Did that sound good?
Did they a long time ago?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
I'll be in the car.
I actually don't know what you mean. I'm
Bolter.
serious.
No, like historically,
Like 1,000 years ago, were they pickling?
I don't want to go 1,000 years ago. Let's just go 200.
Listen, I have another question.
Probably.
Bolt.
Was anybody pickling 200 years ago?
I believe so.
I'm sure they were. Bolt.
It wasn't that long
Yes,
How many pickles do you go through in a week at the restaurant?
at least 7.
I don't know.
Somewhere between.
7 pickles or 7 jars. I mean, I'm imagining a 55-gallon drum.
They come in buckets. They come in the 5-gallon buckets.
Oh my gosh!
7
Really?
of those.
Each store probably goes through between 3 and 6 of those per store.
Holy hell!
When I worked at that burger store, I used to eat so many pickles.
Why were you high?
What do you do with the juice? Out of curiosity.
You can drink that.
You're
really
asking
good
me what I do with my pickle
Yeah.
juice?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your juice later?
No,
Yeah.
seriously, because when I play outdoor volleyball tournaments and you get dehydrated, pickle
Right.
juice is like the #1 thing for
Yes.
hydration.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
Okay.
out of curiosity, what do you do with the pickle juice?
Isn't it
It
just
just gets
vinegar?
it gets thrown
Yeah,
away.
it helps you,
So,
like,
I
retain
will
water.
It's pretty much
honestly
vinegar
come and take some
with like
because
garlic in it.
when you
Oh my
like
gosh.
when you're outside
Bolter,
playing outdoor,
Will you
yeah,
deliver
seriously.
him your pickle juice?
Okay. During.
as long as he gives me some jerky.
Right.
Okay.
If
Well,
you give me some jerky,
While
then
you-
I will give you my pickle juice.
Trade-
we can
trade
quit
some
pro
feathers.
COVID. I'm all for it.
Hey,
Wow.
can there be a line? Take some of my juice.
hey, Tyler. While you
Yes.
guys were discussing that, we just started a GoFundMe page for you to just go buy some pickles, and then you can just drink the
No.
juice after.
Who's
Okay,
Tyler?
sorry
good
that I
point.
know what is good for you when you're playing sports.
Okay. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, no, you're
something
talking to
that's-
the wrong group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're talking to
so-
Trent, he'll
No,
understand.
I already knew. As soon as he said it, I knew where he was going.
Okay. Well, I
You
actually.
guys were
thank
like,
you.
why would he just waste that?
I
And you
actually
guys
have a
were like,
recipe that is primarily vinegar, but it's called panther piss, and I can share that with you guys. It's delicious. I'm not joking. Quit pretending like I'm joking with the laugh in it.
Isn't panther piss from like
From a
Anchorman?
panther. From a panther. Oh
That's Anchorman, right?
Yeah.
no! This is a legitimate drink. I don't think it's panther piss. Maybe it is.
No, I mean the
On
cologne that they
Anchorman,
had
it's Sex
was
Panther.
Sex Panther. That was the one from our Anchorman.
that's the same thing.
Awkward silence.
Oh, you didn't graduate. Never mind. I get it. I get what you said.
Mike, what else you
there.
got?
About pickleball.
Oh yeah, pickles.
Do you play pickleball, Mike?
So I played pickleball once.
you like it?
When I moved into my new house, the new friends I made around it in the neighborhood invited me to come play pickleball.
Well done on making friends.
And did you leave?
Do you not like it, Trent?
No, I'm upset that Mike actually hung out with new fucking friends when he barely hangs out with us.
Yeah, you're one
was
to
here last
talk.
week.
He has Kurt.
Oh.
I hang out all the time. You, all the time.
So I got
Mike came on the hike. He was here last week.
I got
He hangs.
pretty into pickleball, but I did a dive and skinned the entire side of my thigh, and then shortly after that, I made a sex joke that didn't go over very well.
Okay.
In the
You weren't invited.
in the cultural hall,
In the
church.
And you didn't get invited back?
and I haven't been invited back.
What was the sex
Mikey.
joke?
Well, it wasn't even so. They started talking about Fortnite, and I said I don't like playing Fortnite because
It
the
sounds like
14-year-olds hurt
foreskin.
my feelings when they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna have sex with your mom," and I'm like, that hurts my feelings when 14-year-olds tell me that.
That was a sex joke or a Fortnite joke?
Yes, it was both of those things.
I didn't even hear the
A
punchline in what
sexy
you said.
Fortnite joke. Oh, so 14-year-olds will say, "Oh, I'm gonna screw your mom," and that's just like what 14-year-olds say when they're playing video games,
Right.
And it was just a take on that. It wasn't a
go
good
on.
joke at all.
I don't
know.
So what's
Where's
the
where's
what's
the
the
punchline?
her version of joke? Like
What?
joke?
Yeah, like I don't,
I hope he's funny. So they said, "Whoa," and I never got invited back.
They actually said, whoa. when you
One
said
person did, yeah.
Whoa.
That. That's not even
whoa.
that edgy.
In the
It's
church.
not
That's
edgy.
what you said.
although I
And
think I
it's
would be
true. It does
upset
happen
too.
in Fortnite.
Yeah, that's not that edgy. So.
But if
No.
that's the joke you're going to bring to the game, I don't want you coming back either.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you just weren't
Both
good.
ends of the spectrum just don't
yeah,
want me there.
No, yeah, no.
Maybe
No.
you just weren't good at pickleball.
Ooh.
Oh.
That actually is
That's a good
accurate
point,
because it's the
yeah.
first time I've done more than a shuffle in years.
You
Were they
probably
all-
skinned your side and we're like, I gotta go home, guys. They're like, oh.
Were they really good?
So in my neighborhood, there are professional pickleball players.
I don't think that's a
Straight
real
up
thing.
professional.
Like they make money?
I imagine. I haven't quizzed them on how much they make playing pickleball.
Mike, call him right now. Get him on the chat.
I don't think.
Who are-
I think
Who are
pickleball
their
is.
sponsors?
It was fun though.
If
Like
I
the
had
game
to-
was fun.
Yeah, if I had to sum up pickleball, because I don't know much about it, it seems like they just shortened a tennis court so they didn't have to run so much, and they weakened the bats and the balls so that they didn't go so far, so they could kind of just hang out in a littler area so they didn't pull their
It's
ACLs.
tennis
Lazy
for people
tennis.
with bad
That's what I
knees.
don't really understand is like all these people who say they love pickleball. Tennis has been around for a long time.
Right.
Why were they not playing tennis before?
You've seen the
Pickleball-
size of the people, just like in the general population.
Pickleball is fun. I played it a
It
lot.
is
sitting
fun,
around
but
this
like,
table even.
Why don't
why
they just-
is it so popular and tennis is not? That's
Because
what I
it's
don't
li-
get.
I
You
think
see
it's
how
just
fat
more
we are?
accessible.
Accessible, and you can do it
I think it's
inside.
just more accessible because they set up a pickleball here at the rec center in Blanding, and people play all the time, at least twice a week.
Wow.
Of all the sports they play here in Blanding, pickleball is one of them.
Yeah, there's a pickleball league right next to my house.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Mike's neighbors play there.
So
But
why
like
did,
weren't tennis
really?
courts all over the place already, and we had to start putting in pickleball courts because it got
Right.
so popular.
So,
Yeah.
so like at churches all over the state, they've started painting in pickleball lines. I think that they have started making specific. Well, they have absolutely started making specific pickleball courts because the largest one in the country is in Orem now.
But aren't all the courts the same size? Isn't a huge pickleball court just a tennis court? That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm so confused. Why didn't they just call it mini tennis or like flag tennis?
Flag tennis. All
Or
right.
ping pong.
Senior tennis.
Yeah,
Ping pong.
big
It is
pong.
fun though. I like it. It's a fun game.
It was fun. I had fun the one time I was invited.
Is it fun enough to like join a league or like
No.
here's the biggest problem. It's not that there are professional pickleball players. That's not the problem. You should lie if you are a professional pickleball player to your friend. No one should know that's your profession. Like, have enough dignity to not tell me
Here's
that
the thing:
shit.
when I was invited, I was like, "He's like, you want to come play pickleball?" And I was like, "What? What?
Like, I don't even like
Is
vinegar.
that's I don't drink the juice. I haven't exercised in years."
I'm not dehydrated.
But I thought he was joking.
It is a
Just
joke.
with made up words.
All right.
Pickleball's dumb, huh?
Listen,
Well, the saddest part is like we've wasted all this precious podcast time for our 300,000 listeners just sitting here listening to pickleball.
when we should be talking about Trump's impeachment.
Oh yeah. Now the big guns.
Phil, lay it on us. Tell it what the hell is happening right
He's
now.
getting impeached. Mike totally thinks he should and has bought into all the House jargon. Tell
Yeah.
us, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Tell us how bad
I
Trump
gotta take
is.
my jacket off
Why are
for
you
this.
slowly taking your jacket off? Like that's the most
Serious.
sexual
He's-
unrobing.
He's getting so pumped.
Or is that your pickleball speed?
This is how long it takes.
I don't get invited back to things.
Right.
I think that the House put together an actually way better case than I thought that they would.
I
Yeah,
agree.
by repeating the same things over and over.
I don't know about that. But clearly, you've never been to court. Showing like a history of him knowing what he's doing with his followers when they do get riled up and storm Capitol buildings, this isn't the first time this has happened.
You said it plural. When else did it happen?
When else did it happen?
Michigan,
a bunch
When?
of
Oh, really?
state
like
capitals
more than
were
one
stormed
state capital, this has happened to. And
By
then
Trump?
so it's like those were dress
by the same
rehearsals.
groups of people,
Same
similar.
Trump supporters in general. And then
I've
he's
never even
making
heard of this.
inside winky jokes about, everyone's going to say I riled you guys up to do this. And then they are actually saying that now he's on trial for it.
They
of funny.
stormed the Capitol in Michigan?
I think it was Michigan.
There was more than just Michigan too.
Yeah.
Tell me, Google duck.
I didn't realize that Mike actually like
Gave a
cared.
shit about politics? He does. He's passionate about it.
I don't remember this,
I
Mike.
took off my jacket
I'm not
the way
saying
I
it
did.
didn't happen, but I just don't remember Trump supporters
I believe it.
storming Michigan.
I believe it. Totally.
But it's Michigan. Who cares?
Well,
Probably
people
the
that live in
yeah,
Michigan.
I bet those people.
But
do.
did they
I
say
doubt
that
it.
in the? Because I watched like probably 70% of the House, whatever.
You watched 70% of it and you didn't catch that specific part?
Exactly. That's why I'm asking. What it was in there though?
Phil only watched the
Yeah.
defendant part.
I don't know if they said Michigan specifically, and I didn't research before I came here because I was busy working on my 20-year-old car.
Hold on. Hold
Broke
on.
down. looking at my 20-year-old car. That's a good point. I wasn't working on it.
You didn't do anything.
I opened the front cappy thing.
Yeah.
What's that called? The trunk?
bonnet where you're from.
hood?
The hood.
I am clapping right now because Phil just Googled something and spelled everything correctly.
Nice job. Well, that's
job.
because it was in Google. Google like predicts how I
But they
talk.
put together a good argument that, Trump kind of knew what he was doing, and he's even making inside jokes about it throughout his term, and about when it was actually happening, how he's like, maybe you guys are getting what you deserve, saying that to lawmakers. He didn't say that, but he said maybe they're more upset about the election than you are.
So I was actually
McCarthy.
I was actually surprised because I hadn't heard the tweet he tweeted later, but he's like, "This is what happens when people steal elections," or something like that. It was like
Kind of like
what?
he's cheering it on.
Yeah, it was like, I'm glad that which nobody doubts that Trump was like giddy when people were protesting at the Capitol, right?
Well,
Is
that's what I was going to ask is, does anyone in this group actually think that Trump wasn't trying to incite these people into something?
I don't think he did.
I don't think inciting
think?
No.
violence. I wouldn't think so. I think he wanted a disruption.
I think he
in
for
the
sure
House,
wants
What
violence.
kind of disruption, if not storming the
Well,
Capitol?
just a protest.
That's
Most
not a
people-
disruption.
but
People
when-
protest
but when
there
you-
all the
oh,
time.
for sure.
When you listen to
Yeah.
his words and he says you should go take this back, you don't
Fight
take it-
like hell.
Yeah, like, hey, bud,
Yeah.
can I have your
and then
cup?
did you see the montage though of the term fight? Like of
Yeah.
every leftist person you can think of saying fight
And
like
people on
hell.
the right.
You have to fight for your
Everybody.
everything. Fight for this. Fight. Mike's doing a little fighting dance right now. Kind of want to do. Oh, that's what Trump does. Just put your arms down a little lower. He has this little stupid shuffle. You ever
doing-
seen that?
Does it look
Yeah.
good?
It looks like
When
he's
he's
jacking off a
dancing.
ghost. Have you ever seen that one?
Is that what I was doing?
Why
'Cause
are
I'm
ghost
gonna
sticks
stop.
so high?
I'm gonna
Why are they
stop.
up here
Because ghosts can float,
floating?
dude.
Why
Yeah.
is he skiing
right
with
at that level?
Why don't you Google that in DuckDuckGo?
Yeah,
Trump jacks off a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
It's hilarious.
I don't
I'm not
know.
doing that
Yeah, I
one.
don't
Come
know
on.
about that.
Okay, guys, I'll
Come
sacrifice
on.
my phone.
Do it for us.
The only way I would believe that Trump didn't intentionally incite violence in what he was saying is that if he's just that stupid
But
and
he's
just
not.
didn't realize what he was saying.
Because
Exactly.
they
That's
were
what-
showing
exactly.
clearly that he's done it before and he's joked about it before. And I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
100%.
Here's a question: did you watch just the? Did you watch any of the defendant
Yeah,
today?
I did.
So
No, I'm asking Mike. Did you watch any of the
Oh,
defense?
Sorry,
Why would I
Jeff.
watch the defense when I've already decided?
Only
Exactly.
care about Mike's opinion.
Get out, Devin.
Now we're gonna go to Devin. Devin, did you watch some of the defense?
Actually, I was super busy today. Actually, I was working for the first
What's
time
your
in
point,
my
Jeff?
life.
No, my point is that if you just watched the accusations and not the defense, you may be swayed one way or the other.
I did read the defense stuff, some of the defense stuff.
So I watched some of it today. The thing that they pointed out, which I thought was a really good argument, was
the Trump.
oh, perfect. Trump's doing the dance. So right now, listeners, we're watching Donald Trump do some kind of like jig
It's called the Trump pump.
in various decades and
It's
political
called the
environments.
Trump
It
pump.
says it right there.
Trump pump. Someone said Trump out here jacking off ghosts.
Let's shut it down. Shut it down.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I just had to show you all that.
Okay.
Anyways, what were you saying, Phil? It was all educated and whatnot.
Educated. So they play this video, and it's like Jeff was saying, it was talking about all these other politicians who said fight, or we're going to fight, we're going to keep this fight, blah, blah, blah. There were like hundreds of those, but there were probably like 6 or 7 really important ones because I thought they were like way worse than anything Trump's ever said. Like there was this one congresswoman who was saying, all of you soldiers out there, these Trump supporters, they gotta go. And if you're a soldier, you know what to do. You're gonna take, like, it was like a,
Who did this?
I forget her name. It was a congresswoman.
But
it's a
did anything
congresswoman.
happen based on
Someone
that?
Were they
who
doing
has
it
a
down the
very
street from the
limited-
So
Did
that's
that
the,
person's supporters
Also, it's a
actually
woman
go do
who's
something?
listening.
so that's a really important point though. Does it matter? Like if her
Yeah,
rhetoric
I think so.
was worse, like if she said, go out and shoot Trump supporters in the heads, but nobody did it, isn't that still worse than what Trump did?
It's not, because contextually he's got way more power and an actual following that does the things
Yes.
that he.
So, like, if Biden did it, would it be
hinting at.
comparable or not?
It depends on.
And they showed a lot of Biden things, like specifically saying, "I'm going to punch him in the face. I'm going to take him out behind the woodshed and beat him to death. I'm going to
get the fuck out of here with that. Stop.
I'll show you.
No, I know that he said that, but like I'm gonna kill him in this thing. You think he's gonna fucking kill him?
That's what I'm saying.
That's not. It's not comparable.
It's figurative speech.
But the point is that
not figurative speech when Trump did
Trump's followers actually believed it, and the point they're trying to make is Trump knew that his followers believed it, and he did it anyway.
So
that's the point.
So how many of his followers believed it?
However many stormed the Capitol.
Enough.
So how many were there that didn't commit violence?
I don't know that
A lot. Not
a
enough.
lot. Well, a lot weren't there to commit violence.
A lot more than.
And why does commit violence? If they were part of storming the Capitol,
how
that's
many?
bad enough,
How many
right?
does it take until it's a problem?
So a lot of these people went. Trump sent these people there, quote unquote. They show up there, but a lot of them are just walking around with flags, talking, having a good time.
No one's saying that Trump drove them there. Trump made them like, hey, buddy, you fucking go do that right now. But if you get inside those dumb people's heads,
well, what I'm saying is, unless he did that, then it's just speech. It's just figurative speech.
So what's that dude with the swastika on his head?
Hitler.
Get the fuck.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The murderer guy.
That dude
Sounds
with
made up.
The murderer guy. The
Manson. Charles Manson.
Why is Manson in prison? He didn't kill anybody.
Charles Manson?
Yes.
I thought he
did
killed
not. He sure did
30
not.
people.
100% did not. He wasn't
His
even there.
followers did. He told
Oh,
his
you're
followers
talking about
to,
Charles
and his followers
Manson.
did.
Okay.
The same guy
Sorry,
we've been talking
Same,
about. Yeah.
same thing
I
with
was thinking
Hitler.
about,
Hitler didn't actually kill
Correct.
anybody.
Wait,
He told
what is-
people to do stuff, and
Yeah,
they did stuff.
I don't understand what the problem is. All that he did was say, you know what? Put them in the oven. See what the preheat does. That's all that they did. They should all be fine. What's the issue?
I've seen this in memes lately, bringing up like all these people who have done or said terrible things, and their followers did it. And I don't know that it's quite the best example because he was like the leader of the country, and it was the law. Like you have to do what Hitler says.
Also, like the person who's in charge of the country
No,
said to
I
do
mean,
something
like-
jacked up, and then that was a problem.
I'm saying it was a law.
That makes sense.
The people
But
had to
doesn't-
do it.
It didn't start with it being a law. Eventually, it started with that. Like you start with someone saying, "Hey, maybe we should go do this thing, and if I get enough of my buddies to go do it with me, I'm going to go make this a real good time." And then dumb fucks, aka Phil, I'm assuming Jake's on board, didn't believe that it's real.
Don't leave me
I
out.
agree. I think Trump is responsible for this.
Right.
Personally, I'm just saying the comparison to Charles Manson and Hitler is maybe not the best.
No, I agree
comparison.
with you. I'm saying that Phil said because he didn't physically make them do it and provide everything for it to happen, he should be innocent.
No, I'm saying
That's
that
exactly what you
I'm
said.
saying in America, because of the First Amendment, you have to be explicit.
So
Otherwise,
why is
it's free
Manson
speech.
in prison?
Because he explicitly told people to go cut those people's heads off.
It's free speech. They're not
He didn't
saying.
say, "Hey, go over there and rile them up."
But this is
Because if he did, that would be free speech, and he wouldn't be in prison.
Phil, this is an impeachment trial. This isn't someone going to jail saying they broke the law.
Let's go
This
to
is an
Beagle.
impeachment trial.
Yeah, Beagle
So-
from the car.
I think Tyler and Bolter have some things to say.
No, I get your point, but I just don't agree with you.
I don't think your impression's quite on point.
That wasn't
You want to
very
try
good.
that again?
That wasn't good.
So here's what happened. It doesn't matter what Trump would have said or didn't say or anything. I think it was all a setup, and they were going to break into the Capitol no matter what and set him up for it.
Oh, you think
How
this
is-
was Antifa?
Quit putting words in my mouth.
That's
I don't care who it
That's
is.
a fucking
How's
question.
that more
I
crazy?
asked you
get
a question. I
upset,
didn't put
man.
words in your mouth. I asked you a question.
I know I'm teasing.
I don't think so. He's not going to get impeached, by the way.
I think he probably won't. I think.
I don't think he will either, but I think he
he's
should.
not because there's not a good argument
Well,
for it.
yeah, that's kind of my thing. If it's so obvious that this is obviously him inciting into it, then why is he not going to get
He
impeached?
would get him.
Oh, hey, so we have our first caller.
Oh, let's go to line one. Who do we have on line one?
Who's on line one?
I do. What up?
Amber.
Can you hear me? It sounds like pretty staticky on my end.
Oh,
we
you're
can
fine.
hear
Yeah,
you.
it's
Oh
staticky
my gosh!
for
For
our
our
ears, I think,
listeners, Amber is here. You may remember her from last episode
You
when
may.
Mike embarrassed himself beyond belief
He's hiding from
by
the camera.
double teaming her all the
Mike,
way to the
come
couch.
Is it hot in here or is that just Mike's red face?
He wants to go. If Mike's car could start, he would leave right now.
If it was here.
Come on. on. Let me give Trent a hug, and then let me give you a hug.
Oh. Is that how it went?
Amber, what did we miss out of that story last week?
My memory is horrible, but I feel like you covered quite the basics. I loved our triple snuggle.
Oh, I didn't hear about a snuggle.
Ooh.
Didn't we watch a movie or something? I felt like we watched a
Yeah,
movie.
we for sure watched a movie.
I'm sorry,
The
what?
three of us on one couch.
You stayed a while.
I feel
You stayed a while.
Mike, describe how you feel right now.
Well, I think I described it last time.
He feels
there's
like-
there's
Was
a very
that-
short list of things that I'm actually embarrassed about. And we're talking about one of them.
Let's bring up the other
Again,
two.
we're talking about
Is
it
this going to
again.
be? Is this going to make the cut? Are you going to allow this to be in the podcast?
Nope.
Seriously, it was such a great memory.
I'm just glad to see you, Amber. How's it
I know I
going?
missed you guys.
Amber, was that
I
your
loved
only
podcast.
threesome?
Oh, here we go.
No comment, but yes.
No comment, but yes.
But here's a comment.
Right.
That's so funny.
Amber, I also have another question while Jake's on mute. What was it like the first time you saw Jake's junk?
Wow. Is this a real story?
This is a real story.
Oh, here we go.
Because when we were talking before, and I was just like, I have a story. Wait, I don't know if that would be a good story. And then here we go. Trent brings it up first.
You're welcome.
Awkward.
Leave it to Trent.
So, this is a good story. We had gone to the Provo River, right? Wasn't it the Provo River? Okay.
Yes, it was.
It was nighttime.
Jake's
And
not
they were-
embarrassed. He looks proud right
Also
now.
true.
I don't know what this story is.
Don't be embarrassed.
I have no idea what's going to happen, but Jake looks
You
so
stole my
proud.
innocence, but it's just fine. So they're going one by one off the swings into the river,
Mm-hmm.
butt naked. And they had
Also true.
prepped me. Yeah, they had prepped me before so that I could shield my eyes. So when they went, they could go in private.
But
or
it was in
just
the
amongst
it was in the
friends.
it was in
You
the
know, just so I could
dark.
shield my eyes. Yeah. Well, and so I think it was you, Jeff, that was like, okay, go, or said, okay, like it's okay, or something like that. But you were saying it was okay for Jake to go. And
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it was okay for me to look.
Yeah.
And so I looked right at that point, and you had a flashlight
Yep.
just like
right on
center
his junk.
stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the angle?
It's always to the left.
Just,
You want me to reenact it?
She
It
can
was
tell you
emotion?
how much
Yeah,
he's
Jake,
shaved.
good.
Directly underneath?
Why did we always have to be naked? Like
That's
when
true.
we-
We want
Because we were curious about
we
it.
want an analysis.
I think this was my first and only experience where you were all naked.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, well,
That
not
you
all
were
at the
there.
same time.
Yeah,
But
that
I
you
was
were
there.
there.
There's no way that I did it.
'Cause
You said
there's no
only,
way that
right? You said first
Yeah.
and
You were
only,
there.
right?
Yes, yes. Because you guys are free spirits. You know?
Free spirits. I like it.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
closet homophobes. That's what I was thinking, but
Closet homophobes,
wait,
but we're
no,
all
that's not the
naked
right
together.
word. I don't know what it is. We're all
For
gay.
sure, it's not homophobes. It's the exact opposite of that.
homo.
It's like the
Closet.
homo pros.
Yeah,
Homo
homo
pros.
pros. That's what I meant to say.
We loved being naked together.
Jake,
And we
Jake,
loved cuddling.
So while Mike is still upset, how was your first and only date with Mike?
ooh,
Personal. Oh, prom. Are you
It was
talking
our
about
only
prom?
date.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it prom?
Was it? No.
Yeah, Mike and I went in prom. Is that what you're talking about?
We did go
You
to
guys-
prom. We went to prom together.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
I don't remember that at all.
You didn't even know that he.
No.
Yeah.
Took her
Our
to prom.
junior year, right?
Yep.
junior prom.
Junior prom. I had a good time.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that
It
at
was
all.
great.
A real good time.
Right.
And then I watched Jeff become prom king.
Let's take this shit
I was prom
outside.
king.
Who was I there with?
See how Mike tries to throw the attention away from himself.
He's so uncomfortable right now.
Is your
I
voice?
just need to embrace it better, like Jake did.
Yeah.
Unless Jake, you want to switch memories?
Are you trying to show Amber
No,
your junk? Is that
No.
what you're asking?
Nope.
No,
Jake's totally comfortable.
it's just a Photoshop.
Okay,
Just a
okay.
Photoshop.
So Jake, can you answer that? Do you want to awkwardly cuddle with Trent and Amber?
It's a cock block. That's a hard one to get.
It's the art of the third wheel. I'm very good at it.
Yes.
I read your book, The Art of the Third Wheel.
Several shelves below the art of the deal.
Amber, what was it like being in the group?
Oh, that's a good question. I loved
She's
it.
here.
Yeah. Well, I loved
Yeah, she
that
came
you guys-
back.
Yeah, I'm here now, so it tells you something. I love that you guys called yourself the family, PH family. You know, well, because it really was like that. I feel like it was just awesome all the time. I mean, you know, I'm crazy.
She likes being beaten though, so it's like
Awkward.
So it's cool. Yeah.
Like through your own filter and your own lens, you have a certain outlook on life, especially in high school when it's so emotional and volatile of whatever, right? And then you talk to people when you're 30s and you don't give a shit, and it's like, oh, that's how it really was? Okay, cool. We're not all like Trent where we're still dating people from high school.
Oh,
What?
was that a
Is that
dig
untrue?
or a
yeah,
thing?
Hi, Kylie.
Wait, she's not from high school.
She's in high school.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, she's a sophomore right
What grade
now.
is she in?
Yeah,
Sophomore?
yeah,
That's
she's a
great.
sophomore.
I love
The
it.
podcast now proves that I seriously have been laughing out loud
Oh.
like a lot during your guys' podcast.
Wait a sec. Are you our 6th listener? That's amazing.
I think 7th. I don't know.
Ooh.
Jeff, what was the name of that girl that said that I was a dick?
There's
Oh,
a lot of those.
No, just one. Just one.
recently.
Yes,
I
this
went-
happened 2 weeks ago.
I'll tell you.
That's a
Tyler.
loaded question.
Are you talking about shake my hand?
No.
Shake
I'll tell you
my
the story.
hand.
I went over to a client's house to do a bid, and I'm wearing a face mask. She's wearing a face mask. We're talking literally about remodeling her kitchen. It was the stupidest conversation ever. And then she goes, I think I know you from somewhere. I thought I knew you. Are you Danny's brother? I'm like, oh, here we go. Because my little brother's named Danny. You guys know that, but there you go for anyone else listening. And yeah, anyway, so it tied us to all the family. And I knew that she knew Trent because she said, you guys were all really nice. Well, except for Trent. He was kind of a dick. And then that's how I knew that she knew us, is because she nailed Trent to the wall and knew exactly what kind of
Do you
person
guys
he was.
I
remember
don't even remember her.
No, my roommate, my senior year of college, I was only there for a semester, and I lived in this random spot. And my roommate was Clint. You'd have to edit this out. Clint.
Oh,
And he hated me. He hated me for like a month and just had like this super cold attitude to me. And he's just like, and then I was like, why? What's the problem? He's like, you know the
Residual
problem.
from
I'm
Trent.
like, exactly. He's like, you're friends with Trent Hickman. I'm like, yeah, like 10 years ago. And he's just like, anyways.
So
Wait, so this guy quit talking to you, and when you were like, "What's the problem?" He was like, "You know," because he found out that you were friends with Trent.
You want to know the funnier story is 2 years ago, I was at the doctor's office, just like routine visit, like herpes or something.
Dr.
And all of a sudden, this dude walks by. I'm like, hey, what are you doing, bud? And he looks at me and fucking walks. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
So he wasn't
Sorry,
the
bud.
doctor, right?
No.
Thank God.
He was the maintenance guy.
So this guy like was bullied by you
this guy,
No.
in high school,
for like
was not
3
bullied.
months.
and then like
He was not
30
bullied.
years later, he's
Trent's
walking
gonna say
around.
not
He was
bullied
not bullied.
because I only told him the truth.
If your last name is then it's how do you not?
Is it?
Was this doctor a psychiatrist? Because he might have just shot
He
himself.
wasn't a doctor.
No, the doctor you were going to. Maybe he was going to see the
no.
same doctor and suffering from depression.
No, he for sure had the outfit
and you just
on.
pushed him over the edge, and now
No,
he's
he
dead.
was cleaning poop out of the
Can we
bathroom.
even keep any of this now?
Yes.
Probably
The
not.
whole
No.
story.
Ooh.
So apparently it's a thing though, where some of us are dicks and none of us stick up for the people who are being bullied, and then everyone hates us.
Well,
So-
it's because like with Trent, it's so paradoxical because we can be out in public and Trent can say the most absurd thing that would make my grandmother fall over dead, and I'm like cringing. I'm like looking at the waitress, like, is she gonna call the police? And then she'll be like, ha ha ha, and then the next person will be like, what is happening? I don't even understand why this person is talking to me this way. So that, I think, for me, that's my justification. I'm like, I'm paralyzed. Like I go, Trent says something and I'm like, I don't know how this person's going to take it. But actually that wore off after a while because now I just go out and I'm like, whatever happens is going to happen. Like,
Yep.
it's, Sorry,
welcome. I'm
person.
there.
You're welcome.
I leave an extra tip.
You're welcome.
Amber, did that ever
was
affect
it.
us when we were dating? Were you ever in public like, motherfucker again?
Oh
Guarantee.
no,
Of course.
See?
Oh,
Knew it.
come
never
on.
thought that.
Liar.
Liar.
See, I knew
We're
it.
gonna go ahead and call
Absolutely.
bullshit on that.
Yeah.
That is not
Maybe
possible.
maybe a
No,
time or two.
But that is like one of the biggest reasons why I've never brought anyone that I've dated around you guys is
Trent.
just because it's Trent.
Yeah.
Is this a roast trend podcast?
Last week was the hate game for Trent. Why is this 2 weeks
We
in a row?
will pick you if we
I
get
love
involved
you.
in a murder. We said a nice thing about you.
First off, let me defend Trent.
Yeah, we are.
I didn't decide to marry my wife until she met Trent. So Trent had to approve first before I would marry her.
See?
True.
And Trent's been trying to get with her ever since. So
It's going to happen.
Where did you leave your balls, Bolt?
where I leave my balls?
Yeah. At Trent's house?
In his
Is he
pants.
All
taking
the
care of
time.
him for you?
It is a really
I hope
good
so.
christening though. Like
Well, it's like
someone
a
we're
No, I
dating.
will.
It's like
I
a
will
good
say
test
that.
of
I will say
grit.
that
yeah.
if there was
Grit?
someone I was dating seriously, they would have to meet Trent.
Yeah. It's a test of grit. Like if they are like, I will never come around your friends again. It's like okay, maybe you're not the right person for me because you would get a lot of this throughout our relationship.
And it gets worse.
Yeah.
And the less you hang out and want to hang out, the worse.
The worse
it
it'll
gets.
be for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
You're
You
welcome.
guys are terrible.
We are terrible. We are terrible. If you're listening right now to the American Fork podcast, wondering who are these weird people, we're terrible. So
Terrible.
you're probably a little more terrible too, just from listening.
Well, Amber, thank you for telling us what you thought of us in high school. And I got to tell you that one of the biggest things that I remember about you, and I know and I can tell is still in existence, is your laugh. You have the greatest
Oh my
laugh
gosh.
ever. It's crazy
Okay.
and fun.
And we're actually going to play it on every episode now, like
Yep.
as our laugh track.
Yep,
So,
you are.
thank you.
Yep, you're our
You're welcome.
applause and laugh.
You're welcome.
You got to get my old man wheeze going first before you.
No, we got to get her to
record.
snort
the
before
old
she
man
gets off
wheeze.
this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
We
remember
will
this.
get her to snort. Give it a second.
You have a problem snorting?
Jeff.
What are you snorting? Like Xanax? What the hell's going on in your life?
She's not a
Snorting
Mormon
coke?
mom anymore.
That among other things. Just kidding.
You snorting
Do you still
Ritalin?
get to where you can't stop laughing? I remember that was awesome.
No,
We'd get
oh
you
my
so
gosh,
riled
please
up.
don't bring that.
She would
That
leave.
was- Like how Mike was saying, like we've discussed one of his most embarrassing moments. I'd say that was some of mine.
Wow, your most embarrassing moment sucks. You laughed so hard you snorted. That's terrible.
Well,
Did you pee a little?
I know.
Okay, now we're getting embarrassing.
I was gonna say, that happens now.
Yep,
No, I'm not ashamed.
that's a
Tried to push
post mom situation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Mike, how do you feel right now?
He hasn't said
Thank you,
a
Mike.
word.
I haven't
I
peed.
can't even see Mike. You guys need to.
No,
You
it's
think
because
that's
he's
on
crawled
purpose?
into
Mike,
his shell.
get your
Lean in
face
here,
in
bud.
there.
I haven't been here this
Come
whole
on, Mike,
time.
scoot on in.
Let's get on
Yeah,
in.
Mike is
Dude,
Mike's-
Mike's the best. Mike has saved my ass with my business.
That is
before.
true. Several
Yep.
times.
What business?
No, Mike, you don't need to say the several times. Just
Just the one time.
once or twice.
Just the one time.
Don't rub it in,
Come on,
Mike.
buddy.
So many times. You're failing business.
So many times.
That's not what I said. I
Lost
saved
count.
it from failing.
How you've ever saved a single picture is beyond him, Mike. Like he doesn't even know at this point.
Well, I'll tell you the first one. It's somehow a disc, memory card, got put in a cereal bowl full of milk, left overnight.
That's
And
so
I-
funny.
Yeah, and I took it to Mike, and he recovered it for me.
Hard drive.
Mike's so
You're
smart.
welcome.
Mike.
And we exchanged family pictures. So we got family pictures out of it, and you got to keep your business.
Did you take his family pictures on his couch?
On his yeah.
That's
'Cause-
awesome.
Yeah.
Why else would Mike be there?
Yep.
So if he recovered
Crystal's here.
the cereal
She sure
milk
is.
ones,
I know.
What
and
happened
we
to
couldn't
my
recover
pictures?
Jake's. I know.
Actually, I tried really hard.
Head of shame. Head of shame. I know.
Mike didn't
Mike
try.
did try. We sent it across the country Or Mike did.
Yeah, the
Mike's got a lot of
the
topics.
spirit in the room has another topic for us if we want.
Oh, right, Spirit.
Oh, the Holy Ghost.
This one? Here we go.
It's the middle of the week, packed with a lot of important developments and stories, and we make the constant effort of getting you the news that matters, but sometimes things can get too serious. So tonight, we want to end the show with two headlines, two crazy stories that will make you wonder what just happened there. The first one is about Gorilla
Oh, this
Glue.
one's great.
Oh my
Trust
God,
me, I
this
did not
bitch
know
is
such a thing
stupid.
existed. I'm told it's one of the most powerful adhesives in the world, apparently used to fix bathroom tiles and wooden flooring. But one wise woman in Louisiana decided to use it on her hair. Tessica Brown, the lady on your screen, she ran out of hairspray, so used this glue instead and ended up in a rather sticky situation.
Hey, y'all. For those of y'all that know me, know my hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not actually. No.
I feel so bad for this lady.
Why? She did it to herself.
It doesn't matter.
Finish it off with the little got to be
Just
glue
suck.
spray. Just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more got to be glue spray, so I used this
Oh my gosh.
Gorilla Glue spray.
Someone describe this.
So we're watching this woman who I think a lot of people have heard this story, but she used Gorilla Glue
Spray.
to spray in her hair
Because she ran out of her other
because she ran out of hairspray. Now, I do a lot of construction work. I use Gorilla Glue a lot, and I often get it on my hands or in my hair, and it does not come out. It's like you get it on, you pretty much wait for your skin to fall off underneath the glue, or you pull the hair out or cut it that you got the glue in.
Have you ever got it on or around your junk?
No, I wear pants almost all the time I'm working.
But obviously it's been on your clothes
This
and you
isn't
keep
high
wearing
school,
those
Jeff.
clothes.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like doing woodworking. Like, what if I
Yeah.
did this
Question
naked?
is, does her hair look good?
No.
Did you guys see that she literally had to go like under anesthesia
to get
to
it
get this
scalped,
fixed?
probably.
A plastic
Yeah.
surgeon volunteered his time to fix it for
Why?
her.
There's so many better things
Like-
than fixing fucking stupid.
He can't fix
It's probably
stupid.
really painful.
probably
And
super.
who cares?
It's probably super great advertising for him.
Yeah.
No, Gorilla Glue responded to this.
Oh yeah,
Did they?
were like,
Yes.
"We're sorry that our extremely powerful, great glue hurt this woman's hair. We wish her the best."
And when you go inside the
Go
operating
Gorilla
room
Glue.
now for the surgeon that helped her, he's got big Gorilla Glue
Sponsored by Gorilla Glue.
sponsored banners in the OR. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
That's
so,
probably why he volunteered his time.
so poor woman.
Yeah, that
I feel
sucks.
bad for her.
You too.
What?
I feel
Why? You feel bad for her? Like, why?
Because it's a human person in pain.
Phil's losing a
She
little
got
bit of his
Gorilla
hair.
Glue in her hair.
She didn't get Gorilla Glue in her hair. She put Gorilla Glue in her hair.
Right.
And
He
because
feels
of that,
sorry
it
for
got
that.
in
she
her
had
hair.
it in her hair.
Enough to make a whole helmet.
I guess I feel bad for her because like what kind of life has she lived that she would try that? Like that's her mentality.
So you're
That she
saying
thought-
in school we should now
Like-
teach don't Gorilla Glue your fucking
Like
hair.
yeah, like what? How did she not get that? Like
No,
how was that not
again,
apparent?
This
to
is
her?
a pro-abortion commercial that you guys feel sorry for.
No, I have a theory here that
How
everyone.
come she didn't know that she shouldn't do this?
I have a feeling that everyone losing their hair a little bit feels really bad for her. Am I right, Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate to say it. You're kind of getting a little.
I
bald
feel bad
spot.
for her.
it's true.
Jake feels really bad for her. We know what's going on there.
Jake would be just fine if he sprayed Gorilla Glue on that.
Jake essentially has Gorilla Glue on his head right now. It looks the same as this chick.
Jake
Yes. Yes.
doesn't even argue.
A little bit of hair
Trent's
on the top of
thinning,
my
but he
head
does not
looks
feel
like
bad
Gorilla
for her.
Glue.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
but I really don't want this to lead to like Gorilla Glue lessening their product so it doesn't work as good.
Yeah,
because
I
that would
think
suck.
I think the biggest thing is that Gorilla Glue is inciting violence on this woman.
Well,
Yeah.
Gorilla Glue is going to put it on their bottle. This is not hairspray.
Yeah,
This had better be a Super Bowl commercial next year.
She's gonna be like dancing with Rihanna.
No.
that's not a thing.
No.
Next
What?
subject.
With a shirt that says, I did my hair 3 years ago. This was my hair 3 years ago.
No, that's not paint.
What?
That's not as good.
I still don't get why you
It's a
feel
good
bad for her.
try. I feel bad when people do like. Have you ever watched but read the Darwin Awards? Like the stupidest ways people die or whatever,
or get dismembered.
Like one of my favorites was when they put like tied a bunch of fireworks to the battery of their motorcycle and kicked it and exploded and died.
Yeah, there used to be a show on like MTV called like 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah.
Dumb ways,
and
to
they
die.
would talk about it. Yeah,
yeah, but that's pretty much that. I mean, she survived, thank goodness. But
thank goodness.
So here's
obviously she's adding value to the earth.
Here's why we feel bad. There's some people have this thing called empathy.
And a conscience
for other people.
You know what? Let's go back. Amber, talk about the shit he did on that date. Mike, that's what you're going to come back with? 40 minutes of shutting the fuck up, and you come back with there's some people that feel sad for others. Shut up.
Well, what was a good example? Can't we think of something where Trent like set out to do something and then mid doing it was like, oh, that was a bad idea? Like riding your motorcycle off a jump probably got
No, I think
really
you
bad.
probably rode my motorcycle off a
Maybe.
jump. I probably thought you getting
Maybe
on.
that was me every time.
You driving away in my truck, like he's going to end up in a ditch. And you ended
We
up
have the
in a
story
ditch.
about PMS.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
PMS
so.
is classic.
called-
Or
Yeah.
the
It's called
flagpole. Remember the
Flagpole?
flagpole? Oh, that was the best.
Oh, when he climbed up the flagpole because he was sad.
I climbed the flagpole because I was sad?
Yeah.
We're-
We had made fun of you. I can't remember what it was, but you were upset about us making fun of you, so you climbed up a flagpole to be alone.
And
That's
stayed
awesome.
there. And we were like, Trent, why don't you come down from there? You're like, no, I like it up here, guys.
You wouldn't come down for like
That's
an hour.
You were like
awesome.
so much more
Stayed up the
sensitive than you
flagpole.
normally were. Like it was
I
a great
literally
night.
do not remember that
So
at all.
we're walking home from. I'll paint the picture. We're
suppressed
walking
his
home,
memories.
On the way home from the play.
walking home from the church
It's
after
from the play.
Mutual. We're passing in
From
front of the
the
high school.
melodrama?
From the melodrama play.
Oh,
I
yeah.
swear.
I was probably
American
sad
Fork
to be
High
at
School.
church.
There's a flagpole right there. We stop. We're talking, having a good time. Where's Trent? Oh, he climbed a flagpole and is just sitting up there silently, which is a little out of character. Are you okay, Trent? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just up here on this flagpole.
I don't think he was like, yeah, I'm fine. It was like, shut up.
Yeah,
He was like mad at us.
it was strange.
I have a feel. I wasn't there,
It was
but I
a
have a,
sensitive time.
I have a
Was
feeling
that
that
song Flagpole Sitter recently out?
I have a feeling that Trent wasn't climbing because he was sad. He gets that little horny feeling when you climb something. He's like
Yeah, probably.
basically getting off on the flagpole, if I'm not mistaken.
So I sat on it.
I have
How do
were
you
nailed.
sit on top of a flagpole?
I don't know how he stayed up there so long. Like
Yeah.
I can't physically climb a
Because he was
flagpole.
sitting on
So
it.
you're a bad example. You can't physically climb stairs.
You can't
so don't
phys-
use this.
So I can't imagine climbing up and like gripping this thing for like he had to be up there like 20 minutes.
Oh,
I
when
don't
you
know.
have the adrenaline going from the sexual pleasure, it's amazing.
I'm just up there working the pole.
Phil, let's be honest, you
favorite
can't
pastime.
sit Indian style.
Mike, since you're actually here on this podcast, it's been eating me up to tell you what you asked. What is something that you did bad to someone in this group? And I have to admit what I did bad to you.
Here we go.
Yes. He wasn't
All
here
right.
for that week, but yep.
What?
Oh, yeah, you were
Yeah,
here
so-
for that week. Yeah.
Bolt.
Well, yeah, no, I was gone during that time. But anyway.
Is it my Soul Calibur 2 disc?
Well, yeah, apparently you bring that up and you were far more upset by me scratching an Xbox game than what I'm about to tell you.
But he feels way more guilty.
So this happened really before I was part of the friend group. So it was in like 8th grade. You know, it's junior high. We're all super awkward. And I was starting to become friends with Mike. And like we sat right next to each other. But I was also at that stage in junior high where you're trying out swear words. Like, did anybody else go through that where you're like,
I'm still in
learning how
that
to-
phase.
I'm learning how to swear.
I did.
I literally
Yeah.
started that 2 years ago.
Okay. I had heard some naughty words in the gym class and I wanted to try them out.
Ooh.
So I pretended to fall asleep so that Mike would bug me just to get my attention. And I turned and so I turned around and said, "Leave me alone, you sucking
You were trying to become my friend?
who knows? It was junior high.
He was so confused.
I'm so happy.
But I remember it's just you were so distraught. But you said, "Oh, why'd you call me a?" And I knew at that moment that you didn't know what the word meant.
The sucking totally fine. The part's like, what?
I probably said, "Why did you call me the B word?"
Yeah, no, I think that's probably what you said, and then I instantly felt so bad, and
Went and talked to your bishop.
and I went and talked to my bishop, and then I was basically felt so ashamed that I was afraid to be part of the friend group for years to come.
This is my favorite.
Wow.
This is my favorite bad thing someone's done to me.
Bolt,
That's your favorite
All
thing.
of Trent's are mean.
I just want to go
I
on.
said one.
I got a question for you, Bolt. Is how do you feel now that you've gotten that off your chest?
How do I? I feel so much better.
Yeah.
But do you still think Michael's a sucking as you first so called him?
We're going to see if your first impression was correct. What 3 words would you use to describe Mike now, Bolt?
A beautiful bearded man.
Perfect. Trying to count. That wasn't even a haiku, though.
Well, we're way over time.
Refrigerator.
Yep. Well, that's about it for tonight.
Yeah.
Amber, thank you for coming on.
Yes,
It is a
thanks,
joy.
Amber.
You guys.
Thanks, Amber.
It was so fun.
It was a
You made all
pleasure.
my wildest dreams come true.
Thank you,
my
Amber.
favorite
You
dinosaur is
need-
a Triceratops.
Oh, here we go.
That's all. That's all we can end on. We can end with that.
Well, thank you very much, Tyler and Amber. You need better goals than hanging out with us.
And don't worry,
Just
Mike,
letting
we're
you
going to
know.
get Trent back by bringing on some of his exes for some good times.
She's not my ex.
Oh, I know,
what? I
but-
don't understand this.
If anything, we've already achieved what
Mike,
you just
that was
said.
You just brought on Trent's ex.
Mike, that was 0.5 date, though.
Okay. Tracy's on next week. That's it for American. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling in, Amber. This is it for American Ford Podcast. Play the stupid music.
Yo, it's American Fort. Turn it. What? Yo, we be coming to you now, sitting down. We ain't playing, we be proud of the hometown. So pass the mic, not the microphone. The mic, you know, he gotta go home when the wind blows. So excited, uninvited to the couch, but you know he gonna get a little ouch. Don't hit me, Mike. Have a little candor. And BTW, what's up, Amber? And Trent, that girl be a human being. She got glue in her hair like a diamond ring. But she be famous now, so don't be playing us fools. We know that you would hit that if that girl was in high school. And Jake, don't let the light shine just at the right time. When the girl looks up, that kind of thing you still see when you grow up. It might make you throw up. Good thing you didn't bring your cup. So Donald Trump, is he gonna get impeached, or is he gonna push the media as high as he can reach? Maybe he will finally begin to drink the booze and start his brand new network, call it Unfake News. Whatever happens with that, we got you covered. Just bring your buffing bag and don't tell your mother. If you made it this far, you're certainly a dork, but you'll be in good company on American Fort. Say it. Say it again.
It's actually super funny, I think, to listen to later. Even though you know the joke that's coming up, I like it. Hey, Jake.
This is how it goes. I actually am kind of conceited. That's what Trent's argument was just then.
There's an earthquake. There's an earthquake over here. Everybody, oh my God, there's an earthquake. Phil, listen, there's an earthquake.
Devin, you're muted.
You guys are so loud in my ears.
Bolter, unmute yourself. I don't think I have a way to unmute you guys, so this is not a good plan.
I've never been drunk.
We should play with like wireless headsets so the whole thing's like I got him. Run this way. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. American Ford Podcast.
Why are you slowly taking your jacket off? Like that's the most sexual unrobing. Whoa.
Amber?
I told someone about the podcast.
I'll work on my racism. Bye, Amber. We love you.